I was actually going to direct this to Dimitri, which is we know, based on what we've seen over these many weeks, that Alan Jackson and Pat Dixon are going to be very prepared for a cross-examination of this witness. What should we be looking for when they begin, remembering that the defense hasn't quite finished their questioning, but we have to believe they're getting sort of close to the end, and at some point that cross-examination is definitely going to happen?
Well, I think one of the things they're going to explore is the bias of this doctor. And while I know that we've talked about the fact that he's testified before for the defense and the prosecution, here he's been hired by the defense, and I'm sure he's been paid substantial funds to testify and examine the evidence in this case and consult and cooperate with the defense. So clearly his bias is going to be examined. Now, one of the things he says is this is objective scientific evidence, but really he's a witness. His opinions are subjective. So he's putting a subjective spin on what he calls objective evidence. And that subjective spin, the prosecutors are going to argue and are going to examine the cross-examination, is affected by the bias that he has, that he is here on the witness stand to help the defense. And his opinions are, in fact, colored by that bias. So this objective evidence is really just his subjective opinion.